Well, it's been 6 months since we did the first Resco podcast, and the entire HPI team is back for part number 2. So, what's new, Mike?
Well, the government announced this week that they are going to introduce new tariffs on a lot of raw materials coming from China. And unfortunately, that is going to include bauxite for the refractory industry, and it's at a 25% rate. So we're still exploring what other options we have, how that's going to affect costs, and when it's going to go into effect.
I see. Well, you said that's a 20%, 22%?
25%.
25%. So ultimately, the entire industry prices are going to have to go up.
Undoubtedly, yes.
All right. Well, Jim, what's new?
Me. Yeah. Now we're always working on some new things and getting Erik out and running him around and letting him use his big brain. But we've got some new Resco bond insulators, so FOS bonded insulators that Erik can probably explain way better than me. But those are kind of new. Got some dry brush mix we've been using for a little while now, but it's still relatively new. Everybody still looks at the wet version. So that one's pretty cool. And that one we actually stock in Houston at Delta. So that one's readily available.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you for sending me that tube of the 22 caulk for me to fix my kilns. I haven't been able to do that yet. I haven't had any time lately, but I do want to say thank you for sending that to me.
It takes 5 minutes to do that, Craig.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just ain't got 5 minutes sometimes. Well, actually, the way that it destroyed my kiln was in very small pieces, so I have to collect all the pieces, glue them into bigger pieces, and then try to find my way. We have very small kilns. Like it would be very hard for me to get both my shoulders in there at one time and try to do overhead with the caulking. But since you're here, did you ever get married?
Not yet. It's going to happen very shortly in a couple weeks. So looking forward to it.
All right. So
you'll probably notice that he'll quiver now and then. He's getting a little nervous.
I think he's just trying to fix his hair.
Oh, that's what it is.
That must be what it is. Okay, so I have a question about the Resco Bond 7. Is that a gunning material, or is that a?
Yeah. So years ago before COVID, we were actually looking into gunning lightweights for repair materials. Of course, COVID kind of put a pause on that, but with the recent emphasis in APIs for alkali hydrolysis, we picked that back up because of the different bond system. It's prevents alkali hydrolysis by removing the cement from it. So it being a chemical bond, it's not only a good repair material, but in those cases where this unit's going to sit out green without seeing heat for a while, it's a good product to use for that. So it's purely a gunning mix right now. We've made it a couple times just at Greensboro, but we're looking to get it out there.
All right. Well, the industry seems to be going. At one point, they were all going to rapid fire technology, and now everybody seems to be going to this all-in-one system. Do y'all have anything like that?
Well, the all-in-ones we've had. All our Resco cast insulators are cast or gunned in the same bag. So it's that's something we've had for years and years. And then our RMAX class, we also have the RMAX MP, which stands for multi-purpose, and that's the one that everybody knows because they hand pack it. But that product can actually be cast or gunned also.
Okay, and that's what we did on last year's demo for y'all. Was we gunned the RMAX MP and the RMAX G, and on our first podcast, that's the video that we were showing of the.
Yes, yeah, that was we did that in setting up for a project in South America, and they wanted to get some test results and show some gun samples and all that. So we've done that, and then we're going to do that again in October, but on site at the refinery in South America.
All right. So let's go to the. Of course, we got to hit on the OG, the 17 EG.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hearing you have some new stickers. You have anybody? Mike, do you have any of those to show?
I don't, but Jim may.
Jim Mike, let's see what we got. Oh, look at him. Let's see what we got there. The OG 17 EG.
Bring it closer, Jim.
Oh, and you got the Respect the OG. Those look good. I like them.
Yeah, they're just some fun stickers, hard hats, and things like that. Toolboxes that some. So if anybody needs some, let me know. I'll be glad to get you some.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We also have our Pump Life, Resco Gym, and we got your back stickers. They're all available.
Yeah, I've seen you kind of turned yourself into a cartoon. I see that was on your
oh yeah.
last live stream.
That's that's the best I got.
Well, is Erik? Do you have anything like that? Do you turn yourself into a cartoon as well?
No, not yet. I haven't been here long enough to get that status. So,
well,
in a couple years maybe.
We might do something over here, Photoshop you a little bit with that hair, kind of going wild. We might try to help you out with that, and maybe come up with something, Resco Erik or Engineer Erik or something like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about doing Technical Tuesdays? Maybe we can do a live stream over doing some mixing with some AA, some RMAX, and maybe even the new Resco line. Was it 335?
Yeah, we have 2350 Li. So all our Resco light line is the first two numbers are the temperature, so 2300. And then the second two are density. So the 2350 would be 50-pound density. That's a light, low iron product. It's been doing real well. It's gun's good. Erik developed that one for us. And a couple of years, what's that been around 3 or 4 years now? It always takes a long time to get things in the industry after you've made them. And that one's, we also stock that one in Houston at Delta, and it's done real well last couple of years.
Okay, well, I'm hearing rumors that you guys are going to do your next demo day here at TSG.
Yes, sir. Demo day, we do them every other year. We've done 2 so far, I think. And so 2025 demo day is already in the works. We know we're gonna do some gunning in that one. Last one we didn't do any gunning. We actually did the gunning, but we filmed it because it's hard to get people around to see the gun and see everything. But with that one, we did actually on the demo we did for the South American company, we put a GoPro on the end of the nozzle, and that looked really nice. And then we did the back plate was plexiglass that you helped us come up with that. And so we're going to try to do that. We get more people around all the way around it.
Jim, how many
do they still have time?
did you have at your last?
Say that again.
Jim, how many people did you have at your last demo day from around the industry?
Last demo day, we had 104 or 105 sign up and just under 70. I think it was 64 or 68 that actually showed.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, we had some, and they were good people, asked a lot of questions, and they ranged from, people from the floor in the shops doing the work all the way to, I think we had 8 or 9 engineers from KBR. We had a very diverse and very good group, a lot of contractors. So
nothing beats hands-on training.
Oh yeah, when you can see it, it means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, is there still time for somebody out there to send in a special request for a specific product or installation method they'd like to see demoed?
Oh yeah, yes sir. We can react really quick on that, just like our turnaround stuff. But if somebody wanted to see something, that would be great, because I know we're going to do the gunning of the material in the hex. We usually find some ramming materials and do some ramming around simulated boiler tubes and things like that. And then we always find something, 2 or 3 materials to cast also.
Well, that was actually going to be my next question. If you knew exactly, or at least roundabout the top three materials that you wanted to have at the 2025 demo, whether they be gun, casted, or rammed.
I don't think we've settled on anything except for the Armax MP gunning. We're going to do that for sure. We talked about doing some gunning of the Resco Bond 7 or Resco Bond 78G. One of those was another one that we had talked about. We did the 3,000 HP 1 year, and then we did Blue Ram and 17G, I think, last year for our hand packed materials. And I can't remember what we cast. We cast Surflow 3B LI, I think.
Yeah.
Last year.
Any plan to bring in some of the dry brush mix for a demo?
We always, every year we've had some of the dry brush mix there, and some also some caulk just to let people see and play with. Also, it's kind of like Kevin said, hands on. That always helps.
So I was going to say,
if people want to participate, we allow them to do some of the installation. Correct? We allow them to ram or to take a trowel and spread some brush mix or hand pack if they wish.
Yes, sir. We even let somebody take the nozzle. We had a couple guys that wanted to shoot a little bit, so we even let them take the nozzle on the gunning part so they could feel it and what it was like.
We should actually feature the
here where we're doing the plexiglass 12 inch by 12 inch with the hex in them.
Right.
We've had them at a 90-degree angle so that anybody that wanted to come up and ram could get a feel for it, or see how the material moves, and it's always worked out great, even from the mixer to the installation panel. As well as the gunning, and that was Blue Ram, right? That we did years ago. I remember we built that boiler tube simulator.
I got the picture, and we did like one side, left side we did Blue Ram, Resco Ram 70 Blue, and on the right side we did the 3,000 HP, which is a boiler mix or boiler pack. So. So that it's a 3,000 degree boiler pack material, so high temp, and we gun that ram that on the other side.
Do you have a set date for that demo day already, or are you still?
We have tentatively, a time frame. We're waiting on. Actually, we're waiting on Jackson because he had a job come up, so we're actually waiting on him to let us know for sure what day he can do it.
Well. Join the club. Everybody waits on Jackson. That's how it's done around here. We all wait on Jackson. He's a very
doing
busy
a
guy. I don't
good job.
Derogatory. I mean, he's a very busy guy. He's all over the place.
If you're doing a good job, you're going to be around. Yep.
It was Mike Williams from Diamond that called me.
Diamond.
He's like, "Hi, where's Jackson at?" I'm like, man, I don't know. Yesterday he was in California. He called me at noon. He said he was in New Jersey. I don't know where the hell he's at right now. But he's all over the place all the time. So, what was that date again?
It's going to be at towards the end of April, first part of May. It's like I said, it depends on when Jackson can be there to schedule it.
Yeah, and that's all going to be subject to change. You know how that goes.
And that's why he's waiting to give me because he has a job that is supposed to finish on one day, but he needs to make sure that that he can be back for sure. So
yeah, and
so he wouldn't give me a hard day yet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We have enough time. We could get some "Where's Jackson" stickers made that look like Waldo.
Oh no! Hey, if
put him on a map, and
if he's watching this, that came from Kevin. That was not me.
I'm making note of that.
But I do like the idea. Where's Jackson? Like where's Jimmy from the what was that? The 70s or the 80s? The bumper stickers for Jimmy Hoffa.
Or where's from San Diego?
Like that's funny. Where's Jackson? I like that. Okay, guys, y'all have the floor for your closing comments. Mike, you have anything?
I think we've covered everything. We certainly appreciate the opportunity to talk with everybody, and we're open to any other questions or suggestions we may get from some of the audience.
Good, Jim?
Well, you got to ask me for a joke because I prepared this.
All right. Jim,
Nobody laugh.
why don't you lead us, close us out with a joke?
What do you get from a pampered cow?
I have no idea.
Spoiled milk.
Oh, come on.
That's for your
was a
new
dad
generation.
joke, bro.
New generation dad joke there.
That was a classic dad joke.
That was a stepdad joke.
Oh goodness, I've never heard of that. That's good stuff. Eric, you have anything? Close us out.
I was just going to say we might want to feature the 22 caulk and fix your kill finally for that demo day.
Yeah, we could do the demo with the 22 caulk. There,
Yeah, since it only takes 5 minutes while you're here, Eric, you might as well fix it for me. I appreciate that.
The kiln might be hot though.
All right.
So you might want to do it.
It would be if he had that picture he's talking about with him. The only way it's gonna work is if he takes a bottle of nigga bone sauce in there with him.
One way I will do it.
All right, Mr. Kevin, do you have anything?
I got an inside tip for you. If you don't have the time to repair that furnace and you've only got the one tube of the caulk, you can put it in the freezer till you need it.
Well, that's exactly where I have it right now. That's what Eric was telling me before. He's like, if you're not, once you cut it, then you need to put it in the freezer. But that's just where I've kept it until I'm ready to use it.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
What does that do?
All right.
I mean, how does that work? It keeps it from drying out.
You're basically freezing the bond system. It's a wet mix already, and it freezes it, so it makes it inert. So it's not going to keep reacting right now. So, I mean, we've had customers basically order a dozen and put it in their freezer, pull one out when they need it, let it de-thaw for 24 hours and use it. And, I've been doing the same thing with a couple tubes to verify all that. And it's working. They're still adhering well. It's still sealing cracks, acting like refractory glue. So it helps prolong it, and just helps prolong the shelf life of that
Well,
product.
I asked Jim to close us out with a joke. I had no idea what he was going to say, but I maybe you could close us out with a little bit of Ericisms.
There you
No,
go.
I've been working against those and things like that.
Well, that's the banner that we made for you guys for the end of the video to put your Resco banner up, and we made it really big and stuff like that on the inside.
There you go.
Jim gave me a list of them, and so now I'm just trying to be like, it just broke the glass, so now I hear it when I'm about to say it. So I stopped doing it. So it's all Jim's fault.
Well,
The things I loved about him most now are gone.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I appreciate you joining me, and I can't wait for Demo Day 2025.
Me either. It's going to be fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.